Hello and welcome to another Minecraft Snapshot video. Today we're looking at the 1.8 Snapshot 14w20a. We must be getting close to the 1.8 release now. We've got a hell of a lot of things to cover in this video. There's been mostly bug changes. The ones worth noting are that leaves, redstone blocks, TNT and glowstone no longer cause suffocation damage. This was actually noted as a bug. I had a feeling that this wasn't a bug, it was just to get rid of the x-ray machines that kept popping up, but it seems that they actually are a bug, so maybe they'll be back. I guess we'll see. F3, we now have the facing again. It will tell you what direction you're facing in terms of the X and Z coordinates, as well as northwest, southeast, which is very handy. I'm glad that we got that back. Another small change is to the spectator mode. I didn't show this off last time, but if you hit the number keys, you actually have options to teleport to players and teleport to team members. I'm on a single player world, so I'm guessing that's why I don't have any. And yeah, we can get rid of that. But the change in this snapshot is the flight speed. As we know from before, by scrolling the mouse wheel, we can change the speed that we fly at. Well, that now affects going up and down as well, as you can see, which is really cool. So we can scroll my wheel all the way down until I'm really slow, and going up and down will become slow. Before, it just stayed the same speed, whereas now, if I go as fast as I can go up and down really quickly as well. So that's really cool. That's a very cool feature that I think just needed to happen, really. So let's have a look then at one of the first additions. We've got a new command. This is the title command. So I'm going to show you what this does first, and then I'll talk you through these different commands we have. So let me just set that. This is the title. Look how cool that is. That is going to be so good to have for adventure maps and just little fun things like that. It's going to be cool for making videos, actually. You'll probably make some cool titles out of that if that's what you're into. So let's have a look at the commands then. So we've got /title. That is the typical command. We're setting this for all players, so you can actually define this for certain players, I assume. And then you have the syntax times. Now this here, the first 10, I don't think my cursor's on because I still haven't changed that setting. This first 10 is how long it takes to fade in, the 50 is how long it stays there, and the 10 is how long it takes to fade out. These are in game ticks, so if we are to turn this up to 100, that thing will, the message we had just before will stay up longer, the title even. The next one we have is the subtitle. So let me go back to the beginning. You've got title at a subtitle, and then in the magical crazy brackets, you have text, and then you have the text you want to have inside of speech marks. This extra is for adding extra things. You can also add colors. I believe this is the JSON syntax stuff. I'm not too clued up on it all, but I think that's what you use for the text. So if you understand that stuff, throw it all in and it should come up. The next one is the main title. Very, very, very similar to the subtitle, except instead it's just title. And this is the main bigger text that comes up in the middle of the screen. And then we have the clear. This will clear all the titles, so you can have more than one showing up in one game, in one instance, or maybe to different people. And then we also have reset, and this will reset the timings. So let's have another look at this then. We can do this to turn on our subtitle. I think that might have just turned it off because we already had it on. Oh, no, it didn't. And there you go. You can see it, and it should stay longer. Yeah, and that's 100 ticks instead of the 50, which is pretty awesome in my opinion. I like this. Let's have another look. World borders. We've got some new additions to world borders. I say new additions. We've got some fixes to world borders. So let's have a look. Let's set the center around this and let's make a world border of 10. Something you will notice, which I didn't cover last time, is the warning. When you get close to these, your outside of your screen goes red. You can change this. I'm not going to make a fool of myself and get the syntax wrong. I believe it is I can't type. World border warning. And you can set the time and you can set distance, and after either of these you set the number. So this will be how many blocks away I need to be before my screen goes red, which is very cool, very handy. It's good to know. But what we want to do is we actually want to get outside of here. Now before, I would have been screwed. There would be nowhere I could go. Now, however, we can in fact move, and this isn't just because I'm in creative mode. You can still do this in survival, and the idea is that I can now run back through and I will be safe again, and I can no longer leave. There is something that I assume we're going to be able to change. I'm pretty sure there is actually a damage parameter as well. So where we've got this, I think we can actually set damage as well. I think this, yeah, here you go. So you can actually set the damage. Now the buffer is how far away from this you are, and the amount is how much damage you take per tick, I assume. That was something that actually was in the last snapshot that I didn't actually cover, but there you go nonetheless. So let's go into survival. And I'm actually almost dead, but I'll do it anyway. If I go here, you can see I don't take damage until I get to a certain point and I start taking damage. But again, I can come back through, be safe, and I can't leave again. So there you go then. They are the main changes, really, but they are pretty big changes. And there's a lot going on in the game in terms of bug fixing, the inventory, the API, everything. So that's what we've been given today, and there is one more thing which I'm going to try and show you. I don't have very good examples of this, but I'm actually going to have to leave for this. Let's go into my Mesa Caves, and that is what they've done is they've now made it so that most surface blocks, if not all, now allow for caves. So in the same way you would find caves in normal biomes, here you go, is a perfect example. You now get caves in desert and mesa. We have these, which I don't think are supposed to be here. Maybe they are. Maybe I just don't know what I'm talking about. But we actually have a cave now, which is quite cool. I like this. And this also happens in deserts. Now, I did have a little look around at deserts, but it turned out it didn't really work. It was just kind of ugly. Let me see. There was just things like this. And I'm not sure this sandstone's supposed to be here. So that could just be anything. But there was just holes, really. It wasn't caves. It must be where the sand had fallen. But that's pretty much what oh, there is a big cave here. So yeah, this is another new feature then. We now have caves in deserts and in mesa biomes and probably every other biome. I do believe that was the intention at least. So that is going to cover everything for this snapshot. Then if you have enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and let me know. It's very helpful for me. And it's always good to know that people are enjoying it, and if you want to see more of these in the future, you can hit the subscribe button. And if you want to get hold of the snapshot, have a play for yourself. If you want to see all of the changelog, the links for all of that stuff will be in the description, along with any other social media that I own or have. I don't really own social medias. But yeah, that's going to be it. Yeah, I'll see you next time.